It is the second to last day of eating the most horrendous protein bars I have ever made and ever had the misfortune of eating. I've asked for suggestions as to horrible things I can put on these horrible protein bars. Yesterday I had them with ketchup. I've decided to go with melted cheese, in this case feta, and ranch dressing. Not only that, I can't handle 2 more days of this, so I'm doubling up today. I'm doing it all today. All today. So we've got melted feta cheese, ranch dressing, chipotle mayo, and red pepper jelly. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look about as awful as it's going to taste? Yeah, this is great. I've also got lots of water. And yes, I am indeed fresh out of fucks today. I just want to get this done. I was going to go with half today, half tomorrow, but I realized the end piece was a little smaller than I thought it was because it was in a casserole dish and the edges slanted. So this isn't quite 2 full days worth. Normally this would be about 140 grams of protein. It's a little shy of that, but still, this is gonna suck. So let's see how this goes. What should I start with first? Let's start with the cheese. Oh yeah, and if you want the recipe for these protein bars, check out the first video in the series. It is protein powder, oats, and peanut butter powder in the base, and then melted chocolate on top. Now with feta cheese. Again, like yesterday, where I was eating it with ketchup, the protein bar is so overpowering. That is mainly all I taste. I get a vague sense of salt from the cheese, but I still mostly taste protein bar. Wow. Okay, it doesn't really do much. This is gonna suck. Okay, there's a bit more salt. Not bad. With this recipe, I originally wanted to put a bit of coarse salt on top of the chocolate. So feta is not a bad accompaniment. But man, is it ever dry as fuck, these bars. So feta isn't quite wet enough to help that. Thus the water. I've had people suggest other drinks, milk, etc. This is so freaking filling. I'm sure milk, etc. would be fine, but I find this so filling. Water, for me, works best. Oh, it's like eating a desert after the rain. I know it rains rarely in deserts, but if it does, when it does, that's what this is like. Okay, cheese is mostly down. All right, next we're gonna go with the ranch. Look at that, so creamy. So creamy. Okay, let's spread it out. Let's spread out that creamy ranch. Oh man. I don't think this is enough water for today. Whoa, yeah. That tastes like ranch. Okay, the ranch, so far out of the ketchup, feta, and ranch, the ranch is definitely the one that out-flavors even these horrendous, strongly flavored protein bars. So yeah, the ranch wins for overpowering that flavor. Wow. That is so wet and ranchy. Well, that is gross. That is gross. And you know, as expected, it certainly helps with the dryness of the protein bar, but it almost goes beyond that and creates a problematic amount of moisture. Now it's way too wet in my mouth. That creamy ranch has left a bit of a mess in my mouth. But I always swallow. I can handle it. Wow, yeah, no. Ranch is not a good pairing. No. I'm going to take some of that off. So much. Again, if you're curious to try this, check out the recipe in the first video. This was experimental. I kind of took a bunch of different recipes I found online for protein bars and combined them and, you know, used whatever ingredients I had on hand to make these. And it turned out far worse than I hoped. Oh my God. I don't know if I can do all this today. I just don't know if I have the emotional resilience to show up doing this one more day. I don't know if I can. Just that dread, you know, that feeling of like, just can't face the day knowing that this is waiting for me. Oh yeah, that ranch is awful. So, kids, don't try this at home. Wow. Okay. Almost done the round. Here we go. And no, I do not hate myself. I have had people comment that. I actually don't. I just made this recipe and I hate wasting food. So yeah, I made this recipe. I have to eat it all. And it'll be fine. I will remember this forever as something to never repeat. Okay. Chipotle mayo. And then the red pepper jelly. I need a few more out of fucks zips here. Oh, this is so thick. Okay. Oh, I can do this. Chipotle mayo. Oh yeah, I can smell that smoky aroma. That might be worse than the ranch. I'm gonna take some of that off. Fuck, man. Yeah, that's worse. That's worse. I just don't want to do this anymore. So why am I doing this? I brought up the question yesterday and I didn't answer it. So, as I said, I want to finish this batch. I figured, hey, this would be a fun thing to film. Also, I've really been struggling. Struggling now, but I've been struggling with filming lately. I figured this would be a good way to get off my ass. Something that I could film for 5 days in a row. Now just 4, because there's no fucking way I'm lasting one more day of this. And it helps me get over my rut of not filming daily. Got a little zip to it. And it's actually working. Like, I'm excited to film again. I mean, not excited to do this, but I'm excited to move on. I don't know what I'm going to film tomorrow. Haven't figured that out yet. I have to, I think, recover from this experience first. But it's really helpful just to build that consistency. Again, and really, I think that's, yeah, I'm going to talk about that actually. I've been doing some writing. One thing that I've been doing is forcing myself to write every day on paper. And it's one of those things where the things that are really important to me, like writing, like making videos, etc., I haven't been doing them, and I haven't been feeling like it, and I haven't had that motivation, that creativity, right? Oh my God. And I realized, you know, as with motivation, motivation builds when we do the thing, when we take action. That's when our motivation builds. And I knew I just needed to get back into it, and then my creativity would start to flow again. And that's totally happened. So just making myself write every day, making myself make a video every day, that consistency will help grow that creativity again, right? Consistency leads to motivation. Consistency builds creativity. So that's what I'm finding. So that's why I'm filming this. Not because I want, you know, to torment you, the viewer, or have you suffer along with me, but just to get myself going again and being consistent with something that's important to me, which is the act of creation. But I'm never creating these again. My God, look at that. That's just horrifying. It's like a horror movie. Whoa, yeah, I'm feeling full. More water from my Tang container. Wow, it's thick. No thoughts, only protein. Seriously, it just wipes my mind clean. It's like, you know, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you want to clear your head, this could be a good form of meditation, you know, just forcing yourself to eat something horrid. I mean, I don't recommend that, but hey, it's clearing all the thoughts out of my head. It's like wipe clean. Okay, last bite of Chipotle. That's bad. Okay. There are some little bits on the plate. I think I can be forgiven in leaving those on my plate. I just can't. I just can't. Okay, last one. Getting a runny nose. Red pepper jelly. I can do it. Here we go. I can do it. And no, I do not normally eat like this. Okay, here we go. Red pepper jelly. It's not bad. The texture of it works well with the protein bar. It kind of gives it a little slippiness, makes it easier to swallow. Got a bit of that zing, a little sweet too. Not bad, not great, not great. Red pepper jelly is much better with mozzarella sticks or chicken strips or cracker with cream cheese and red pepper jelly. That's good. Yeah, it's far better with any of those things than this. But hey, I made this bed, I'm gonna lie in it. Oh, look. Okay, less of that, less of that. Oh, it's just so much. It's just like, looks like a toddler has been at this. Me on my high chair with my tray, just making a big mess. Okay, almost done. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow making a video that has nothing to do with food. Nothing at all. Oh man. This is rough today. I think I'm gonna make some peppermint tea after this, settle my stomach. Oh, I've got a bit of a shadow here. There we go. It's so bad. It really is. Why am I doing this? Okay, almost done. One more bite. Okay, last bite. I need more water for this. Oh yeah, I'm feeling full. I think tomorrow would be a good day to fast for the day. Just take a break from food. Lots of water and herb tea. I am probably not going to eat for the rest of the day, honestly. I am fucking done. There we go. Good fucking enough. Thanks for watching my horrible homemade protein bar challenge. I will never do one of these again. Never buying protein powder again. Love you guys. Thanks for being here.